Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the coming few minutes, we'll be introducing the graphical user interface for innovative Quran learning management system. We will be talking about how to open the application. Then we'll be introducing the three main zones of the application. The first central zone, which is the Quran zone, and then the zone which has the tools that allow you to recite, memorize, and deal with assignments if you're using the application for teacher-based education. And then we'll be introducing the last zone, which is the Quranic library. That helps us to understand the Quran and understand what we're studying. And then finally, we'll be quickly touching base on the upper menu and how to use it. This is the login screen. I'm going to enter my username and as a student and enter the password. Now pressing login in will allow me to open the desktop version of the application. As you see, there is a cycle here. I'm going to expand this to the full view. The application actually has the Quran with its right and left pages simulating the real Quran. And you can flip between the pages by clicking on the bottom here. That will take me to the next page, or I can go back to the previous page by clicking on the arrow on the right. Now, so basically I can flip between the pages of Quran by clicking the right and left button. At any time I want to go for a certain page of Quran, I click on the number of the page and I select the page that I want. Or I can go for a different surah by clicking on the top here and pick up the surah that I want to go to. Or the same thing, I can go to a different juz. By default, the application will automatically open the Quran on the last page being used. Or it can take the student to the last assignment being assigned. All these things can be set up into the setting from the user control area. Now, that is the main area. It shows the Quran in Uthmani script, and it's utilizing the Mus'haf al-Madina script versions. It's also utilized the Mus'haf al-Sham coloring, so it really gives you the colors for different tajweed rules. But there are different scripts. You can have an uncolored script. You can have the color script. And again, that can be picked up from the control area. Now, on the right side here, we have what we call the windows. These windows can be as many as the user wants. By default, they are filled by tafsir, translation, meaning, asbab al-nuzul, and there are so many things you can have in this. I will just pick up 3 ayahs of Quran and play, and you'll see we will pick up something shorter. If we pick up, for example, these 3 ayahs and play them, you will realize the tafsir on the right side automatically change with the recitation. Here is the translation, here's the tafsir. If there is any meaning, it will be here, asbab al-nuzul, my notes. Now, on the right side, I can really control those. I can hide them all, so there is no windows, or I can show them all. And I can change them, actually. I can customize those windows on the right the way I want. Those windows really help me to understand the Quran being recited. I can populate these windows with whatever is suitable for me to make me understand the Quran better. And the way to control that is to go from settings and the windows. And I can have in those windows anything from translation, tafsir, meaning of the words, asbab al-nuzul, lughat al-i'rab, tajweed guidelines, topic of current area. I can put even my notes, al-mutashabihat, the grammar of the Quran, the difference between different qira'at, if there is any scientific evidence of or science related to that ayah, or related hadith and related fiqh. So basically I can customize those. And I can really customize, I can remove the windows. For example, here I'm going to keep only one window, and we're going to save that. As we can see, we have only one study window that has tafsir on the right side. We can add more study windows by going to setting, and we go to the window setting and add a second window, which we will add translation to, and the third window in which we're adding Ma'ani al-Kalimat to. I'm going to save and close the setting, and we see that now we have three windows. If we run the Quran, we'll realize that it's populated. The first one has the tafsir, the second one has the translation, and the third one has the meaning of the words, Ma'ani al-Kalimat. Now I can, if you see that there's only one tab in each window, we can actually utilize the same space by adding more tabs. And I'm going to add Asbab al-Nuzul tab to the first window in addition to tafsir. I'm going to go to the settings again, and I'm going to the first window, and I'm going to go for Asbab al-Nuzul and add it as a second tab. Now if I save and close, we see now we have Asbab al-Nuzul as a second tab. And if we run the Quran, now since there is no Asbab al-Nuzul associated with this particular ayah, the Asbab al-Nuzul is inactive. But whenever there is a Sabab Nuzul, there is a reason for revelation, this will become golden and will be active. I think that's it for showing the function of the windows, the study windows on the right side, which helps us to understand the Quran being memorized or being recited in the middle. Now on the left side, this area is where we manage the homeworks, where we can see if there's any assignment that as a student I have to fulfill within a deadline. I can also learn to read the Quran and to memorize it, and I can record my voice and listen to it and compare it to the muqri, professional reciter. The titles on the left will vary depending on the mode that I'm using the system. If I'm using it for simple reading and recitation, it's different. Let me show you here. If I get into what we call the assignment mode, then I will have a different list. Now I am in an assignment mode, and I can see that there is my assignment, date and deadline, a tool that will help me to memorize, a tool that will help me to make my recitation perfect and to learn better the tajweed and compare it to the reciter, and then eventually a tool that will allow me to record my homework and upload it and to track my teacher feedback based on the assignment. Now if we cancel the assignment mode, okay, we'll go back to the simple mode where I can read the Quran and memorize it, but without really linking that to a formal assignment that is being tracked by the teacher. I think this is enough for an introductory presentation. We'll go into the details of each of those, whether the middle panel, the right panel, or the left panel in other recordings.